Hi everyone, welcome to another What I Ate in a Day video. This video is showing you what I'm eating to lose the last 10 pounds.
You can say it's okay, baby.
So I had a espresso in the morning, and I've really doctored up my coffee in the morning because I've learned a little bit more about how you could really be drinking a lot of calories. And so I do only half a cup of soy milk now in my espresso with half a tablespoon of agave, which cuts it down significantly. Yeah, so making my morning oats. And I'm also getting good with my measurements instead of just like pouring tons of agave on top and just being mindless with how much I'm doing of everything, whether that be the milk. Like I'm measuring up the oats, which I do 3/4 cup of old fashioned oats. I do, I believe, 2 tablespoons of the PB powder, lots of blueberries, 1 Honeycrisp apple, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, and then just a little bit of almond milk. And this is really filling for me, and it's just being very mindful of what I put in into my, because it means things add up, you know. So that's my first meal of the day is my oats. And then for my second meal of the day, I'm going to be doing some Japanese sweet potatoes as well, as well as they're called white sweet potatoes at the store, but I believe that I hear people refer to these as Hannah sweet potatoes, I think. And so nothing has changed here. I like to just cut off the end and poke holes in like a few around just to make sure. And then I cut a lot of that one because there was a nasty spot on the end, just in case anyone's going to come after me for looking like I was wasting the potato. And then I put them on parchment paper on my baking sheet and put them in the oven for 400. I like to do about an hour and a half, but when they're smaller like this, they can go for a little less. And yeah, and so got those going, and I'm going to make me some tea. This is a tea that I actually make and sell. It is a moon cycle tea that helps to promote like a healthy menstrual flow.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a quick moment. Berkeley, do you want to say hi? You don't have to. Okay, come on. I want to take a quick moment to just tell y'all my plan on the last 10 pounds, right? First of all, I have my affirmations. It's easy for me. No, ma'am, I'm pushing the stroller. Okay. It's easy for me to be in a calorie deficit. That's the number one. And it's easy for me to lose 10 pounds. Okay. If this is your intention, if this is your goal, sit with me. It's easy for me to be in a calorie deficit. It's easy for me to lose 10 pounds. So if this is you, you're on those last 10 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever it is, you know, what does everybody say? Oh, a plateau. Oh, it's hard to lose the 10 pounds. We discard that story out the window because then we're subscribing to the idea that it's difficult to lose the last 10 pounds. No, ma'am, no, sir. In our world, it's easy to lose the last 10 pounds. It's easy for me to be in a calorie deficit. Okay, so that's the new story. So with that, and with the inspired action was for me to watch who I've been watching lately, Chelsea May, but then also I was inspired to check back out Healthy Emmy, who I haven't watched in a while. And so now I buckle what I've come to for these last 10 pounds, right? These easy last 10 pounds is I am started this week, one moment. I've started this week having, okay, one moment. I started this week, actually over the weekend, I think. I can't remember at this point. Hold on. Do you want to say anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. I have got back on my regular sleep routine, the information that has come through that felt the best. So making sure I'm in bed by 9 p.m. Because sleep has to do with so much, right? And then I've now chosen meal times, consistent meal times, all within an hour of each other. Because sometimes it'll waver a little bit that time because of work, like Wednesdays and Fridays. I work later, so that time will have to be adjusted. So my times that I'll be eating, 8 in the morning, which I do all the time anyways. And then for lunch, it is between 1 and 2. And then for dinner, it's between 6 and 7, right? So more closer to the 6 side, so it can be. And what I'm going to not do, and this feels right, it's actually easy, and I've done this before, is I'm not going to snack in between meals. because I eat enormous amounts of foods. I fill my plates up. And like originally snacking was not a thing. Like we're meant to be eating like, a few small meals a day, and to the body, it needs to be able to digest, right? So no snacking in between meals. Now, if I was hungry, of course I would eat, but I won't be because my plates are set up for success. And I'll show you later what that looks like. And yeah, it's going really good. I feel really confident. And what's wild is I have like all this extra, I had like this extra bloating I was experiencing, but I believe it's because I was taking in even more fiber than normal. But now I feel like that's like all starting to fade. So it reminds you of kind of like when you first go vegan and you start taking in all that fiber. Similar to that, but not like all the way. I think that's what was going on. I mean, it feels like it was. I've done this for long enough. So yeah, so I'm just going to keep letting you know how that goes. And remember, it's easy to lose the last 10 pounds.
Okay, so with my sweet potatoes, I'm going to have some tofu scramble, and I'm doing just about I think it's like a half a cup of tofu. And it's scrambled, so it probably may come out to more than that. I use the measuring cup to kind of measure it out. And I got some steamed broccoli going. I'm going to do more than half my plate of the broccoli. It'd probably be like a little more, just a little more than half. I'm drinking my water, and I'm going to just be doing my best to press this tofu. I usually like to use a towel, but I didn't have one handy, and so I'm using paper towels, which I know is not ideal because it's wasteful, and the residue could get in the tofu, no doubt, but this is just what I have right now. And I find that the flavors are a lot more easier to soak in once you have at least got some of that water out. And so normally I would use curry powder with some turmeric, black pepper, and salt, sea salt, but I don't have any curry powder, so I'm like using cumin and just basically what I have. And either way, I'm still getting the protein and the fat from the tofu, and the turmeric is just so good for you. I like to get that in my body every day in some way, some form or fashion. And so the tofu is going to be my overt protein. It's also going to be my fat for this meal. Then I've got my sweet potatoes there, and you'll see that I've got broccoli taking up more than half the plate. There's a ton on there, and also some sauerkraut. I'm going to start with eating my veggies first, and then I eat the second half of the plate. And I've been giving myself 1 hour to eat, and I say that because it keeps me mindful. There's me having another espresso. It keeps me mindful, making sure that I'm chewing my food 30 times per bite, and that I stay focused on my meal instead of go off do something else. I have to stay present with my food, which is how it should be anyways, but I've become accustomed over time to doing stuff while I eat, so this really helps with that. And this is the second meal of the day. I went ahead and just plated it up. I'm eating the exact same thing, except there's some leftover cabbage soup there. So I plated it up and had it ready for when I have dinner, so it's already ready. And here's my beauty tea that I make with all the beautiful herbs. If you haven't seen my video on that, I can link it above. But I like to drink this every day. It's a big, huge infusion of so many herbs, tons of iron content in this, tons of other minerals, and it's great for glowing, healthy skin. So thank y'all so much for watching my video, and let me know what you want to see next. I'm always open to your suggestions. I've been love sharing with you all the different things that I'm eating, but if you want to see something else, let me know. Enjoy the rest of your day.